Hi, my name is Dustin J. Markowitz. I am the Regional Pro Staff Member here in Fort Mojave, Arizona, bowling out of Laughlin, Nevada. I am the host and founder of bowlingevolved.com, the bowling talk show that I host along with fellow Brunswick staff member Eric Forkel. Well, my parents were first and foremost my biggest influences in bowling. There's a lot of people who've helped me along the way. Locally, a gentleman that was a local pro, John Zametti, helped me a lot. My grandparents on both sides of my family helped me. But from a pro perspective, I was always a big fan of the smooth stroking style bowlers. Guys like David Ozio, Brian Voss, and even my very own partner, Eric Forkel, which to me is an amazing treat every day to be able to work with him on the talk show and now to be able to bowl with him as part of the Brunswick team. I'd also like to say one of my all-time favorites and another hero of mine was Glenn Allison, Mr. 900 from La Habra, the hometown hero, and I was very fortunate to have him on the show as well as Mr. Ozio. And it's surreal to think that 20 years later I'm getting to do a talk show and have them on it. Well, I've had a lot of achievements both on and off the lanes, both with running tournaments, doing the talk show, and of course my own performances, but you know, I'd have to say the proudest moment for me is watching someone I've helped in the past succeed in bowling. I think a lot of scratch bowlers and pro bowlers forget that there is a whole other side to the bowling world, and small accomplishments can mean the world to somebody. I'm very honored to be a part of the Brunswick staff, and I have to say that I am very, very fortunate to be able to throw this great equipment. I think it's the versatility that I respect the most. I feel like that every ball that I've drilled up so far is a different ball. And in a time when people are arguing, well, what makes this ball different from that ball, and what's the big improvement, I can really say that out of what I've thrown at this point in my career, no two balls have been the same. With the exception of balls that fall into the same line, for example, the Mastermind, Intellect, and the Scholar, there is definitely a big difference between the pearlized version and the non-pearlized version. And as I said, you know, with the vintage line and the balls such as the Jab and the Mastermind and the Reno Pro Gold, etc., it's just not the same look, and it's fantastic. Well, you know, my dad's been a huge influence on me. You know, it's really amazing to think that in 25 years of bowling, I have an opportunity to not only bowl for Brunswick, but to bowl with one of the biggest bowling influences I've ever had. Well, I'll tell you, one of my favorite bowling stories about my dad and I was about 19 or 20, and we bowled heads up against each other. It's not something we do too often in league. But I shot 300 that night against my father. And what made it really special was after the 11th shot, the lane broke down. And everyone stopped bowling, and they were waiting to see what I would do on the 12th shot. And out of all the voices, everyone chattering as they were working on the lane, I could hear my dad say, "Stay calm, stay focused." And he just was there, you know. Sure enough, I got the 12th one, and I mean, there was a roar. The whole league stopped, as I said. It was just one of those surreal moments. But the first person on the approach was my dad. He grabbed me in a big bear hug. He whispered in my ear,